I don't even know what to say, and I'm live.
The song I asked you for, why didn't you play it today?
Look, I was supposed to do Hip Hop Parade today now.
No, I was supposed to play Shake It Up today.
And I was going to give Too Legit to quit.
No. We're supposed to play Shake It Off.
Too legit.
Players will play, haters will hate.
And who are the haters in this case?
People who were doubting.
Yeah, well, a lot of people allow their doubts, but I think what the Eagles did yesterday
Can
is to assuage.
Can those people who doubted come back now and say, you know what, we got it wrong?
Because
when we get it wrong,
be magnanimous in victory.
Exactly.
No, I'm saying that when we get it wrong,
yeah,
they come here and they drum. People call. Oh, call you. Somebody said yesterday, we're delusional.
Wow.
No, he never
Somebody said so.
He never said that we were delusional.
Yes, he did.
Never said
yes,
so.
he did, Shegun. And that's I'm waiting for that person to call back into the show, because when he called, he said, "You guys think that winning against the hosts is something that means you're delusional."
He didn't say no. He spoke
Shegu,
about.
you cannot say no, because we all,
Yes.
Femi and I heard the same thing. We heard the same thing.
What you want to hear.
No, it's not about that.
It doesn't count.
Yesterday, Shegu said something. I don't remember what exactly he said. And a listener sent Shegu. Femi refused to read the message.
Yeah.
Somebody sent in a message yesterday, exactly on that same situation.
He said Nigeria, something about winning. That winning the Nations Cup is what Nigeria. And we were like, no. Later he now changed and said it was semi-final or go final tournament. So somebody said he heard you said Super Eagles should be winning.
Yes.
Not once, not twice, regularly.
Yeah, should be winning. Yes, should be winning. Yes.
And then you
yes. But get to
argue and raising your voice doesn't mean that you're correct.
No, it doesn't mean that.
Doesn't mean you're correct.
It doesn't mean that you're telling the truth.
Somebody called in and said we're delusional yesterday because we thought we were going to win against Cote d'Ivoire.
You heard it.
You heard it, Abi.
Thank you from the outside.
Haba.
I heard it in the studio, and I don't feel he was saying what he said. At times, delusional. But whatever.
I mean, case closed. He said he doesn't feel. So is that what he heard? He doesn't feel he was saying.
Look,
so I mean,
as
that's
good
English.
At least Solly wasn't here. He was listening from home. He heard the same
this
thing.
Is not a day for I told you so.
No, it is. It is.
Why?
Shegu, it is.
No, it's not.
It is because a lot of people were waiting for Nigeria to lose.
No, we didn't lose.
And they would have put in a message or called in and said messages are even coming through. Some people are saying some people are even saying now that we lost because Cote d'Ivoire wasn't good enough. If it was a better can you imagine the nonsense?
Well, that's not a very clever thing to say. But one thing I did say on this program, and which we had what's his name, Mamadou Gueye, who said it that he felt Nigeria would beat Cote d'Ivoire because he felt they had weaknesses.
He didn't say he felt. He gave reasons why he believed.
I felt that Cote d'Ivoire were not all that against Guinea-Bissau. And at the end of the day, they came up against a better team and they suffered.
I'm even disappointed the Super Eagles finished that game with just 1-0.
To be honest with you,
I'm not blaming the manager, I'm blaming the players.
And I'm blaming
Chukwueze for that. The players need to start taking their chances.
You're blaming Chukwueze. How about Osimhen, who had a one-on-one with the goalkeeper?
Well, Osimhen got us a penalty in it, so
also he's excused.
He's excused. Because to be honest, I was saying before you came to the studio, when Osimhen was lying there like like whatever, I was screaming at him, get up, you lazy man, get up, Scott. But I didn't know that there was something there. So when they ran out, so it was done. I said, that's a penalty. Really? Okay, let's go there.
I think sometimes we should give kudos to coaches, because we sit here and we condemn, we criticize, and we have no idea what it actually means to be a manager of a football team. Absolutely. Before the start of the game, putting what's his name again? Calvin Bassey.
Okay.
In a defensive midfield position. Condemnation from everywhere. Oh man, this is not just going to work. But the man had a game plan. He knew exactly what he wanted to do, knowing that you were playing against the hosts. So sometimes just relax. Yeah. I said here, look, I don't want to judge. That's me personally. Like I told Pastor yesterday, I don't want to judge a team during qualifiers or friendly matches. Why? Because the coach is looking for the very best of a team that he can put forward. Absolutely. And besides, you have maximum 3 days when these guys come together. And it's all about the mindset. We're playing a qualifier. We need to go. I've got my club to think of. If I get injured, there's so many factors that go into playing those kind of games that doesn't exactly bring out 100% from the players. Competition level, you're together at least a week and a half.
Exactly.
That should be enough for the coach to think out his philosophy, style of play, and he changed his style of play against Cote d'Ivoire, and he got us the results.
Can you agree with Charles Eddie Harder?
I totally agree with everything he has said.
I know that's what I'm
It
saying.
is lovely.
You're not just
The camera caught me.
That's what I'm saying. Could you agree with him, Eddie Harder?
I totally agree.
Anyway, I think today should be a day of celebration.
You haven't
What
given
do
the
you think
coaches this thing yet. His flowers for. You
What?
haven't given the coaches flowers.
He did the job he was supposed to do. That's it. Let's go to the next Monday.
But Sir Charles, when are you getting your license? Because you're speaking like a coach already.
Sort of
His
encourage
brain.
or just give grace, because he did an amazing job yesterday.
Obviously, that's why we won the game.
I'm so grateful that all the things that he twerked and
Twerked?
that's
Twerked.
that's what I was looking
Twerked? Was I Freudian?
He walked. Tweaked is
No,
what
it's
I
okay,
was
but you said
looking-
you
it was
said
the same thing
why
that
did you say twerk?
Daniel Mokachi did yesterday. This is tricky. I'm like, trickish. Is that a word? Trickish.
What does twerk mean?
Tricky.
It's a kind of
My
spin.
dear, go on, Ojari.
It's
Go
a
on.
kind of
Everything that
movement.
he did, it worked. And really, I need to applaud him for that Calvin Bass's decision, because that was absolutely spot on.
So you want to applaud Peseiro for his twerking?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
We want
brilliant.
to-
Yeah.
It's good.
So yes,
Okay.
Well,
when
nobody's
you do
talking about
good,
Truth Econ.
we applaud you
Oh, it was
and we
brilliant.
No, we're
encourage
giving the
you.
manager the credit.
Right? No,
Because-
that's what we're saying.
That's what the manager deserves. If
He
we had
must
lost
get
that
it.
game,
Whether he's
everyone
doing
will
his
say-
job or not,
It was gone.
Yeah.
he must get it.
Sorry?
yes,
Yes,
He
on
goes
the
back.
day.
Fantastic.
yes,
Yes.
I don't think. I
Defensive.
don't.
Look,
I don't
what,
think
ma-
they were
what wins
fantastic.
you? What wins you tournaments?
If they were fantastic, they would have scored 2 or 3 more goals. I don't think they were fantastic.
I don't think we were fantastic. I mean, if I'm going to even assess the Spiders of Nigeria, I'm going to say that we had better performance than our first game than yesterday. It was just about an Ivorian team. They were so poor. And I saw their first game. I saw their wait, Femi. I saw the Ivorian first game. The Ivorian were not fantastic in their first game. They were
They
terrible.
weren't terrible, but they were
So I was not
fantastic.
surprised with the result that Eagle got yesterday.
Mhm.
Now, why did I say so? That we had better performance in our first game than we did yesterday.
Because we created more chances.
I mean, we created more chances in the first game. Yesterday, it was just a game of taking our chance, just one moment, and we took it and we had. And the Ivorian had no idea of what
Of
to
how
do.
to break us down.
So, and see, let me tell you, wait. If you see the Super Eagles of Nigeria, if you look at the trend recently, we've shown that we have that solidity in defense. But going forward has been our Achilles heels. And now, how do we no, Femi, that's it. Look at all our performance in the recent time. How many times when was last time the Super Eagles scored 2 goals? That was against in friendly match in Portugal when we scored when we considered 2.
We beat Guinea a
Sorry, at this point.
No.
Sorry. At this point, I think.
Yeah, it was got to against Saudi
So you
Arabia.
are comparing
Yeah.
friendlies and qualifiers.
Exactly,
no.
which you shouldn't do.
In the last competition we went for, we're scoring freely. Remember the last Nations Cup? We're playing well, we're scoring freely. But what happened? We got knocked out.
Yep.
And what we complained about was defensive setup. Now we're playing our game from the back, going forward. Give credit where the team has done well.
And I agree with, hold on, sorry. I agree with Femi on that point. In fairness, they say goals, strikers win you games, but solid defenses win you tournaments. What's Paseiro's? Because even that goal against Equatorial Guinea was a moment. I think everyone did. In the midfield, they just went to sleep, and before you know it, the one chance I had was. But for the very fact that Nwabili, yes, he hasn't been tested really. I've not even seen him have to really make maybe any save per se. He's not had to dive which shows he's been well screened, well protected by solid defense.
I mean, the point I'm making is that it's just about trying to find a way to carpet our strikers. And when you look at the number of chances that we created in our first game,
We need to start scoring.
we need to start scoring. I mean, we cannot wait for this 1-1 goalless draw.
No, but
and we saw traces of that. No, Femi, we saw traces of that in the World Cup, in the 2 World Cup qualifiers that we had.
Sorry,
I disagree with you.
exactly.
I think this game against Cote d'Ivoire was way better than the first game against Equatorial Guinea.
No, Charles, I want to ask you.
The reason because
let him make their point. Here and Femi's point.
because you can't compare
Yes.
the quality existent in both teams. Yes, you cannot compare the fact that we're playing against the host nation. There's a 12-man advantage that clearly was in favor of the Ivorians. there was a lot of pressure on the Super Eagles to get this result as against the very first game. You know, so as far as I'm concerned, especially knowing that the manager also tweaked his side to get ultimately the result that he desired.
Thank you.
So I think the players ultimately playing to instruction, you know, came to the fore. And when you look at that in its totality, this was a much better game than the game against, you know, Equatorial Guinea.
Charles, I want you to
was
be
a much
honest.
better game.
I want you to be honest. I'm going to ask you a very straightforward question. I want you to be honest. Now, with the benefit of
Are you implying that Charles isn't always honest?
he's always honest.
Then why did you ask him to go
I mean, for emphasis sake.
Okay, for emphasis.
Now, with the benefit of hindsight, if the Super Eagles of Nigeria had done that match yesterday, what have been your assessment this morning of our performance?
If we had drawn the game, I would have still been happy for the team
That we didn't lose.
that we did not lose.
Yes.
Yeah, true.
Okay.
Because it was a very high pressure game.
Yes.
It was a high pressure
We
game.
couldn't afford to lose it. So,
At least for now, both of us
Holiday was
agree.
declared
That
because
was
of us.
cool, yes.
Holiday was declared because of us.
that's why I appreciated Daniel in the first game when he said a draw against Equatorial wasn't that. And the funny thing is, Cote d'Ivoire is in danger now because Equatorial is a crazy side. Though. If Cote d'Ivoire think that they're going to turn up on Monday and walk all over and Sweden, then
But Cote d'Ivoire just needs a draw and it'll be good.
Equatorial Guinea is a mad side. That's
Equatorial
what,
Guinea wants to win to top the group. But all Cote d'Ivoire needs and Equatorial needs is
Guinea.
1 point to qualify.
well,
No,
but
what
wait,
was
hold on a
the
sec.
margin?
They both need. Equatorial Guinea is fine with a draw.
Yeah.
Yes, Cote d'Ivoire will be fine with a draw.
Nigeria
4
too will be fine with it. Okay, we need a win.
No, Nigeria will be fine with a draw.
If
Don't
we
forget,
have-
there's a third
if we get a
there's
draw, we'll have
third
5
place
points.
team, no? They're third place team.
Okay.
So
Just
worst
to
case,
stop.
yeah.
Okay,
No,
also,
but for us to go high, we need to beat more because Equatorial had 4-2.
No, Guinea-
we had 1-0.
Guinea-Bissau know their fate already. No, not their fate. Or what will happen to them on Monday?
I mean, third place teams doesn't come from all the groups.
I agree.
exactly.
It's your
So,
point.
it's
no
about
guarantee.
there's no guarantee.
But it's your point.
There's no
4 points should be.
At the end of the day, if you're all equal in points, then what?
goals
Exactly.
difference.
Goals difference.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's a risk.
It's a
It's a
risk.
risk.
No, it's not. Oh, we were not a problem.
It's a
Guinea-Bissau
risk.
scored their first goal.
We
at
will have,
combinations.
by grace of God,
Yes.
we'll have at least 5 points. Anyhow.
And as far as Equatorial Guinea are concerned, they actually do have advantage because they've scored the most goals in the
Yes.
group.
Yes.
You know, so
Yes.
So Cote d'Ivoire could go out.
And the team is a very decent side.
Yeah,
Equatorial
decent
Guinea, I
side.
mean, they've lost. They don't lose often. I mean, the last time they lost was against Cameroon as far back as 2022. So that says something about
You know
that.
how
I mean,
bad it was. We all wrote off Equatorial Guinea only to check through the qualifying phase. Out of the 6 games
Yes.
they played, they won 4,
They won 4.
and they had Tunisia in that table.
Yeah, and they beat Tunisia 1-0. Yeah,
They won
In fact, they
4
only
games.
came second to Tunisia
Yeah.
on goals difference.
on goal difference. So it's a very decent
So it
side.
puts into perspective our performance.
Peseiro
against-
is doing a good job.
No, well, as I said, No, but in fairness, we praised him in the first game that it was the players' fault. Osimhen them that didn't take their chances.
Second game is them.
Well,
Yes,
Could have been more.
yeah,
because it is his job.
yeah.
But the pundit, the penalty.
Was it a penalty?
Was it a
It
penalty?
was a penalty.
100%.
No, I'm
But if it was,
Shegun, when you asked him to get up, you didn't see it
Egypt was a big
because the
game.
honest truth is that when it happened,
Yep.
yeah, I didn't see a penalty.
Yeah.
I did not.
Neither did I. Yeah.
You know,
I mean, Charles,
you have to go back to VAR
Yeah.
to actually take a look.
Yeah.
And to be honest, when you look at it,
Yes.
objectively, it was kind of soft.
But unfortunately, Charles, I listened to you yesterday complain about whether the
Was
bar
that-
has been lowered in terms of penalty being awarded by VAR. And the incident of last night was just a testament to that. Why? Let's go back. Egypt against Mozambique.
Yeah.
It was just a similar case of what happened yesterday, where
I
the
said
bar
it.
has been lowered. And you said it.
I said it, yeah.
I mean, so I think
I don't agree because the game Equatorial Guinea against Guinea-Bissau, there was a penalty that was awarded for Guinea-Bissau. When VAR told the referee to check again, he took off the penalty. They had already awarded the penalty for Guinea-Bissau.
No.
There was a penalty for Guinea-Bissau. VAR said, I thought it was a penalty. As one of our replays, I kept saying it was penalty. But VAR looked at it and said, no, the defender got there before the attacker and moved the ball.
In this case, the guy Osimhen got there.
touched the
He,
ball.
Yes.
and the guy
That
kicked his leg.
Almost uprooted that leg from the air.
And to be honest,
Come on.
and as I said, I was screaming at, get up,
Come on.
so get up. What are you lying there for? So I just say today, if they don't bring me out, I was crazy. I will not stand up for yesterday.
No, but I think it's a source of worry. You know, Osimhen consistently missing good chances. Because going to those tricky ties, the knockout stages, it might hurt us. It might hurt us.
Conversely, I feel different. I feel that he's playing his way into the tournament. I feel that he's a lad. I think he's put too much pressure on himself. I honestly feel that
He's the African Footballer of the Year.
Yeah, I know, but I honestly feel that his rant against his teammates, manager was totally unnecessary. I think now maybe if he has something that can see Peseiro calls him in. We're talking about. I think Ida was talking about how Augusto Guavo goes to his players and talks to them one-on-one, not in front, calls the kick or more. Guy, you get it to go scoring. He had 2 guilty chances yesterday, which he missed.
I think
It's time for
personally,
him to
he
calm
needs.
down.
I think on social media, he needs a social media man. I said the same thing for Boniface the other day. That sometimes all these players put out is their personal emotions.
Yes.
And you need to. You're a brand. You need to have a way of letting us see that PR point, because that response to the agent. While yes, the agent deserved what he got, Osimhen should not have been
manager
involved.
already
Let his manager be the one to say it. Let them go back and forth. Let them hit each other. Because the truth is, you and Varashkeli are friends. You go back to club and play football. Yeah. Yeah. So I didn't think, and then I also heard the podcast with what's his name, with John Obi Mikel, and I also thought again.
What has Mikel said again?
But then this was at the beginning. This was at the beginning of Mikel's podcast, and the way Osimhen spoke, I also felt that could sometimes.
I think his own gradual, because and now I'm being optimistic. I'm hoping that he will calm down. You understand? And then start performing when it matters most. And that's the next match. What time is the game on Monday?
6.
Oops. Oh.
Feeling that Darwin, they gave us Darwin Nunez. Maybe somebody put Darwin Nunez in Osimhen's place.
No.
Are you sure the game is 6?
Let me
Just
confirm.
figures.
Because no one's going to be watching Monday Night Football.
That's what I was saying. Unless we shifted Monday Night Football to 8.
No one's going to be watching
6
Monday
p.m.
Night Football.
6 p.m.
6
p.m.
Yeah, 6 p.m.
I
p.m.
have to move the program.
6 p.m.
Because I want to watch the game myself.
I mean, you have to move the program to like
Monday
4
Night
p.m.
Football is 7 actually.
It's 7.
You have to move the game to show to 4 p.m.
7.
6 p.m.
4 p.m.
Hmm?
You have to move the game to 4 p.m.
Yeah, but Monday Night Football is 7.
It's,
And you have to move the game to 4. The show to 4 p.m.
And also, there's a Premier League match 8:45 p.m. on
Who
Monday.
they
So
watch
who
Premier
cares
League?
about-
The point, Monday Night Football might not be able to.
Maybe Femi has, maybe we have to go. We might have to go.
4 p.m. might be the best time.
I might have to go to early.
Yeah. Okay.
4 to 5.
Yeah. No, wrong
Because the whole
one.
of Nigeria will be looking at.
Everybody. At least, I mean. But as Charles, I made a point. You went to the studio then. That I won my 2013 jersey yesterday. I didn't see a single other. People even say, the pundits, are we going to win? I say, yeah. Nobody, no. I didn't see a single green and white jersey anywhere. So hopefully with this win,
Anywhere where?
as you said on the other it's a statement win, as Jamola said.
What do you mean anywhere? Anywhere where?
Around town.
I don't know what you're
Lagos.
talking about. I saw people wearing Nigerian
around
jerseys yesterday.
No, I don't know. I think
I didn't
there's
say anybody.
this general feeling, this hair of despondency, so to speak,
Apathy.
and so to speak, around the Super these days. I mean, with the fans, so to speak, because I think coming to this tournament, the major games that Super Eagles played were not World Cup qualifiers, and the 2 games were horrible.
You're poor, yeah.
Horrendous. A lot of people wrote the Super Eagles off. In fact, I was part of people who never believed that Super Eagles could do anything at this Nations Cup.
Aren't you ashamed of yourself?
Not yet, Charles.
We haven't lost a game at AFCON. We haven't lost a game.
I know.
Last
time out, we won all our games.
We won
And
all our
what
games.
happened? Let's have people
not to lose games now. Then start winning later.
just sleep.
All right, guys, let's quickly rush through the news hound and then take reactions.
I think it's in one body, right? It was the pundit was talking about the goalkeeper, and let me just allude to the points made earlier by one of the callers about Olaina. If I was on a panel yesterday to pick the best player for the Super Eagles, I would have picked Osimhen. Olaina was, it was in the heart of everything that engineered our win yesterday. Going forward, defensively, even though
Covering in
the central defense and all that. Even though I'm still having this little confusion about
what leg is he good at? Left, right.
I think he can play both.
I think
He can play both, but
I think it's the right footed.
it's a right footing.
Is it that he sags his trousers, or is it that he always gets oversized? I don't know. I just noticed. I'm like, is it that he sags his shorts or something?
And there are some players that are just used to that. They just want to.
Because he has this kind of
He doesn't want to
swag
let it
of
down.
fresh boy. Corner pull his socks down.
Yeah.
I know, but hey, it's all.
It was the same Peter said who said yesterday that the coach is, lackluster in his approach to the game. You could see him yesterday. He was on the touchline, barking out instruction. I think when it comes to competition,
When we're going to play the penalty,
talking to his juju.
You could barely watch.
I love it.
barely watch.
Funny, it's like 2 second red line, just blast the ball down the middle, Jerry.
He just did.
I was a bit
Well,
surprised. I thought Osimhen would take the penalty. To be honest.
No,
Osimhen probably have missed it.
No,
It's the way he is right now.
No, the thing about Osimhen is Osimhen has never. I've never known Osimhen to be a good penalty taker, and he's always been. I think he doesn't have that confidence of penalty. Even
he's
at Napoli,
Yeah.
even at Napoli, he tries away most times. Even when they try to push him, he finds a way to get himself out of it. So
I don't even think that statement he made was right, and it's my opinion.
What's
that?
No manager would tell you he froze.
I don't believe it, to be honest.
I believe it.
I don't believe
I
it.
believe it. So, but I
And
think we
besides,
should-
how much does he know raw? To say raw with
But we
him.
also that you froze anyway. So what
How did you see? How did you see that
I
he
was in
froze?
stadium. He froze. He was just
You were in the
standing
stadium.
there.
You were in the stands.
The Keshi freeze in 2014. The Lagaba freeze in 2010. The
2010.
only Benin freeze in 2002.
I beg. Let's move on.
The Western House freeze in
I
1994.
beg. The French should have been Russia should have been sacked at the end of 2018. But moving on.
I was disappointed. I thought-
Something that really bothers me, to be honest. I think on international television, commentators, Nigerian commentators, Daniel Amokachi, in the studio, Akpeyi, and you want to pronounce Olaino's name, and you say Aina.
I mean, that's
You're
that's not
Nigerians.
good. Yes, that's not good enough.
You are
And Daniel was probably
Nigerians.
thought about his Yoruba. I know.
That can be so
It
difficult.
can't be difficult at all. Olaino. Come on now.
No, but when you hear something said over and over, you're
No,
I
Femi, no.
Daniel Akpeyi
No,
is
Femi.
not like
No, it's like when you say Dominic Sholanke now. They say Sholanki. So automatically, somewhere you just set
Femi,
something
no,
with
Femi,
it.
no.
Never called
Femi, no.
Sholanke now.
That's
Femi, no.
if
Like
you
saying
know.
Boniface,
No, that's what I'm
Boniface.
I'll call it Sholanki.
Femi, no.
Blanky.
Okay.
Good
When
morning,
you hear
sports.
them,
Dapo Daniels from Ikorodu. I was extremely happy yesterday for the Eagles. I've stopped watching them for almost 2 years now because I believe they don't deserve my time. My MVP was Ola, The guy was a beast. The left back guy tried to put his head up because he was shaky somehow yesterday.
No, I think Sanusi has been shaky for me. It's been shaky. I don't know why.
I think for me, the man of the match was Calvin Bassey. Playing
It's a
in a
toss-up.
position where he wasn't used to, and then when we're defending and he was in the back five, shifted on to a full-back position, didn't give up as well. I think he was absolutely
In fact,
instrumental.
I think the moment of the match for me was not the extra, in injury time or time added on for stoppages. Somebody wanted to bring in a cross,
Twice he blocked it.
and Moses Simon, to the two of them,
Yeah.
was like that
Yeah.
ball will,
Yeah.
and because when you cross ball anything, because the variants had packed the box.
Yeah, that was-
They stopped that cross.
That was
But
it.
this ball, they did everything. The guy twisted and turned. One young boy that just come on, twisted till they blocked it. I said that's a good one. That's a good one. Break time.
All right, we're due for a break in a couple of seconds. Yes. Before we take that break, good morning, guys. A good one for the Super Eagles, but we lack creativity in the midfield, he says. No name to this one, but
I think we're a bit more creative yesterday. We just need to take chances were created. We need to, and then Chuku is a wonderful Kidiko. Break time. Okay.
We'll come back and go through predictions for the weekend.
guys, let's quickly talk to Chief Darlington for just a minute. Chief Darlington was at the stadium yesterday in Cote d'Ivoire when we played against the host nation. Good morning, Chief. How are you?
Good morning, Charles. Good morning, Lagos. It's a sweet one for me. If you're asking how I am feeling or faring, I think that's an understatement. That question shouldn't come. Every Nigerian knows what it is. The stadium was very highly tensed yesterday. Many Nigerians never expected the full results that we got towards the end of the game.
What was the mood like after the game in the stadium?
Well, there was this fear. We were told by some members, some Nigerians, not to move immediately because these people could be hostile. Even going to the stadium was something else, particularly when we were going with the branded bus of the Nigerian Football Supporters Club. Of course, with the dressing inside the bus, the uniform, the green, white, green, and all of that. Many of the Ivorian fans were already mistaking us for not just fans now. They were thinking maybe we were even the players. And so it was particularly when we went through a market, some were banging on our buses. People, our members of the Nigerian Football Supporters Club chapter here, who could speak their language, were returning the thing to them fire for fire. Although what we did, was to make arrangement for police escorts, because we had anticipated what was going to happen, and the biggest fear was us beating the elephants of Cote d'Ivoire at Chief, the end of the day.
Okay, Chief, we do have to go. We have run out of time. Maybe we'll talk to you on Monday. On today's Friday, yes. On Monday.
Chief, well done.
Yeah.
Well done. Thanks for representing Sport Zone in Cote d'Ivoire. Nice one.
Yes.
All right, let's quickly go through our predictions for the weekend.
So we've selected 5 games for this weekend. RB Leipzig versus Bayer Leverkusen, Inter Milan versus Lazio, that's later tonight. 3SC versus Eimba, Aqua United Rangers. The one game from the Premier League, Arsenal versus Crystal Palace.
Okay, who goes first? It's okay. Ladies first.
It's okay, yeah.
You people.
Yes,
Okay.
The floor is yours.
Shooting Eimba. Away win. For some reason,
That's
I
bold.
believe that,
That's bold.
Eimba, okay, 1.
Aqua United Rangers. Aqua to win.
Okay.
Leverkusen to win. Arsenal to win. Lazio
That's
to
not what
beat
you support
Inter.
every week. They will disappoint you again.
I beg, leave them now.
You know best. All right, what next? The last one, Inter Lazio.
Lazio to win.
Okay.
That's a big game, Abi.
No,
Yeah,
it's a cup game.
Oh,
It's a
cup
cup
game. Ah,
Lazio to win.
Okay, all right.
okay.
There we go. Next.
There you go.
All right. Start from the top, please.
Leipzig, Leverkusen.
Away win.
So Leverkusen.
Yeah.
Inter Lazio.
Inter Lazio.
Inter.
Okay.
Arsenal. Crystal Palace.
Arsenal.
Shooting Eimba.
Shooting.
Aqua Rangers.
Aqua.
Okay.
Eimba don't travel well.
Next.
Okay. Arsenal Palace. Arsenal Palace. Arsenal to win.
Okay.
This is manager one.
All right.
Leverkusen to win.
Okay.
Inter Milan to win.
Don't copy my Neil.
3SC to win.
This boy is copying my thing.
No, I think they are just straightforward predictions.
Okay. Aqua.
And Rangers to win away from home.
Okay.
All right.
Femi, next.
Yeah. Rangers to beat Aqua. Yeah.
Leverkusen for me.
Lazio.
Arsenal to win.
Okay. Inter Lazio.
Inter to win. 3SC to win. Rangers to draw.
Femi, I want to change my prediction.
Wait, just wait. Let me just finish my own before you cause confusion. Okay. Oh yeah, that's it. So what do you want to change?
The shooting Eimba. I'm going for a draw.